How you guys doing? Today's day 41 out of 75 hard. Today's quote is, if you spend too much time thinking about a thing, you'll never get it done, by Bruce Lee. For me, the way I interpret this quote is, if you think about it too long, you're going to see all the negative things and you're just going to stop yourself from doing the action, right? You're going to be letting the fear grow, even though it might be super small, but you're just letting it grow, 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 and you're going to be like, oh, I can't do this no more, right? And the best time of action is right now. For instance, for me, when like learning how to drop in, when I was getting on top of the ramp, and I just was like thinking like all the negative things, like, oh, what if I fall, blah 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 blah, and then I just psyched myself out, and I eventually didn't do it, and then I had to build up the courage again to drop in, right? So it's just like you're psyching yourself out, like don't let the fear grow. That's the way I interpret the quote. Let me know in the comments. So we officially finished What Everybody Is Saying by Joe Navarro, and let me tell you, 9.5 out of 10. For me, I learned so much in this book, just like about myself and like all the behaviors that I do, and I'm like, wow, like very interesting book. It's like very easy to read. It's not like super scientific, like not huge scientific terms or anything. Pictures that help to see like what kind of body language he's talking about, and he also gives examples in his um, work. But yeah, like I said, great book. I highly recommend it because you are learning a whole nother language. Yes, like I am speaking, but like the way I interact, like with my environment, like non-verbally, is a way, like is a language, right? And it's he's giving you a guide in how to read it. He also says like just be mindful, right? Like understand the context of the environment and to get a clusters of behaviors to get like a good analysis, because there are times, even by himself, he even said himself that like he thought one thing and it was another. So like just be mindful of what someone's trying to say, because like sometimes some people are just nervous and they might just be portraying a deceptive behavior, but like they're just nervous. So just be very mindful. And he's just talking about like now that you've finished the book, like now you've had the tools to read behaviors. Like one of my things that I enjoyed was like the pacifying behaviors, where like me realizing like me touching myself like on my face, and like how I'm trying to soothe myself with the feet of like the elevator, like when you have one foot like this and then you just like get into a stance of like just being ready. Like that was like interesting, because I was like, wow, I do that. Closing my eyes, like trying to like think, like I was doing that when I was reviewing for my quiz tomorrow. Another thing is like hand movements, right? Like how someone is talking and all of a sudden they just boop, they freeze, like their hands freeze, and like it's showing like, whoa, like something happened in their mind, right? And how you should be talking like defying gravity, right? Like that's showing like positivity. And also another thing was like the torso, right? Of if you feel comfortable with someone, like you will show this side of your body. And I was like, wow, like because obviously like you feel safe because of the internal organs. It's like, wow, like it's pretty cool that we do that. Another thing is like the um, the rapid eye movement or the rapid blinking, how someone could be like a little bit of lying. And then like I knew the feet position of like if someone like wants to get out of the conversation, like one foot would be towards you and the other one would be like towards the door. But yeah, very interesting behaviors to learn, because like I said, like I definitely learned a little bit more about myself reading this book, and definitely gonna, like when I'm like either people watching or having conversation, like I'm definitely gonna look back into this book and see what it is, because it is all at the end of the day practice, right? But yes, highly recommend in reading this book. The next book, bro, one I'm very excited to read is The Art of War. Let me tell you, like this book it feels nice. It's not a front cover, like I personally like front covers, but it's a paperback, but it just feels nice. Like I actually like am scared to like bend it because it just looks good. This is 280 pages, so theoretically should finish this in 28 days. But yeah, I'm very excited because I've seen like over the internet, um, people talking about this book, and just like I see a lot of times in people's recommendations, The Art of War, and honestly, like no one really goes into depth about it. They just say like it's a great book, you should read it. So like now I'm like, all right, what's inside? What's the information that this book has? So like I said, very excited to read that. I've had a long day. This morning went on a beach workout with my work. I brought my mom and my little brother, and let me tell you, it was hot. It was hot. It was a lot of burpees, air squats, like ab workouts, and push-ups, and a lot of running as well. But the heat today was, wow, it was brutal. We did it at 10:30, but man, it was brutal. After that workout, went to have some breakfast with my godmother because she did it as well, and just have like a good brunch. And then after, um, hit a push day with Jay, so that was fun. And excuse me, then gonna go skate after this video. But yeah, my brain right now is just like worked, just because I'm reviewing for a quiz tomorrow. It's actually for the class that the professor like doesn't teach, which is like so super weird. Where it's like, um, where we get our like material from, like Canvas. Like he posts himself talking on PowerPoint, like, and he goes very into detail in there, but like in person does not. But it's even though, um, in person he's talking about the same things, like he's just reading over the slides, but like online he's reading, but he also like goes into detail about it. So just we're talking about the structures of carbohydrates. So it's just like monosaccharides, disaccharides, polysaccharides, polysaccharides, which like monosaccharides, glucose, fructose. Um, so yeah, so my brain is definitely like worked right now, which is honestly like as it should be. Like I am learning, right? So no, but great day. Overall though, just definitely the heat killed me. But you know what, man? Like that's just part of it. But yeah, like honestly, just can't wait for this book. And tomorrow's day 42, man, almost there. But you know what? Still a long way to go. And bro, appreciate each moment because you never know when's your last. Become a best version of yourself daily, mentally, physically, and spiritually. And don't put yourself in a box, right? Enjoy life. Have a great one.